Hello, welcome to this video about the basic of laser mining. Well, since there has been a big flow of new players, especially because of Epics that made the game available for free for a few days, and also since there's been a lot of change in the mining and mining profit, I thought it would be a good moment to do a revamp of my mining video I did before. And also this is going to be more oriented to beginners, but still it's going to be as good for anyone who have like a fleet carrier or a cutter or very advanced ships. Alright, before we go or anything else, what you need is a good mining ship. Because the thing is, you can mine with technically any ship, but there's always a right tool for the job. So if you're new players, you might be interested in medium ship because the Cobra can mine, but it's still not gonna be a good payoff. I would suggest at least an AXP Explorer. So basically, in those medium ship, AXP Explorer is a very good entry mining ship. Also, you have the crate, the T6, and of course the Python. The Python is gonna be for a medium ship, the best mining ship you can get for the basically for the available internal space. All right, and in the bigger ship, the large ship, usually you'll see people either with a T9 or a cutter or an Anaconda. And also Corvette, surprisingly, is a very viable ship. This is actually my preferred mining ship. I have less space than a cutter, but still more cargo space than a Anaconda. The only problem with it is the jump range. So since me, I have a fleet carrier, I don't mind the jump range. So I could just go with my fancy fat Corvette. It's basically a matter of preference. I prefer having less cargo and having a way better maneuverable ship. Alright, let's go into the outfitting and see what you need for laser mining. Even though I'm showing you all that on my Corvette, it still apply to other ships. It's just like scale down. Laser mining, of course, the only thing that might interest you is going to Artpoint and make sure you have some mining laser. The amount you will need will depend on your ship and also the number of Artpoint you have. So if you're not sure how much you need, for me on my Corvette, having 5 is plenty. So if you're not sure, bring more than what you think is going to be good. And when you're mining, if you're a distributor, even with all pips to weapon, your shooting time of the laser is like 5 seconds. In the worst case, you can just remove from the fire group 1 or 2 of the laser and adjust it that way. So it's better to go with more stuff than not enough and be sorry after, like I should bring 1 more laser. It's better to have more and deactivate them when you're there. Alright, before we go into optional internal, there's something you may want to consider in the core internal. So basically, the shooting time of your weapon is affected a lot by the power distributor. So having the best power distributor is going to help you a lot. You'll be able to fire for longer. So it's nice to have a mining laser and everything to shoot at the rock, but if you can shoot only 5 seconds before you recharge, it's going to be very painful and annoying and very slow. So a great distributor is going to be the way to go. And if you also have access to engineering and did some work in that, and you can do some power distributor engineering, the charge enhance and the weapon focus mod, either of them is going to be good for mining. Anything that's going to increase the recharge rate. So, well, that's a bonus, let's say. Alright, now let's have a look at what else you need. Well, the thing core internal, other than maybe the frame shift drive and thruster for maneuverability and having enough power, you don't need to care about anything else. Let's go to the optional internal, which is the other important part. So basically, the thing you'll need the most is cargo space. The more the better. Well, not exactly. More the better, but too much is not good also because you need other module. So the bigger slot on your ship, you should equip the cargo rack. Because for the cargo rack, doing down like from here, from 7 to 6, is like half. It's going to be half all the way. So here I equipped my cargo rack all my top slot. So let's see two other important things that are, there you go, detail surface scanner. You'll need that, not because you're going to do some lovely exploration, it's just because we're going to go into a ring, and even if you see in the video where I'm going to go, you still won't see the exact location we're going to go, because with that thing we're going to scan the ring and see the hotspot and exactly know where to drop on the ring. So without that, you'll be going in blind, which is pretty bad. Well, it's still doable, you're still gonna find rocks, but it's not efficient at all. Next important thing, the refinery. On my ship right now I have a 4A refinery, but you don't need a 4A. You can get the lowest one. At least have 2 bins inside of it. The only reason I have a 4A is because of, well, the layout of my internal of my ship. A 4A was appropriate for me. Prospector limpet module. The prospector limpet controller. This is very important. One of the most important gear you're going to bring with you. Me, I'm using a 3A. You can also use a 1A. It's going to be fine. The main difference with the 1A and the 3A is here, the max active limpet. So with the 3A is 2 limpet. So basically what the module does is going to launch little limpet, which is like bots. You're going to shoot them at the rocks, and when they land on the rocks, it's going to scan them. You can target the limpet, and then you're going to see what the rocks contain. And also, it's going to give you a major boost in healed. That means if you use your mining laser on a rock that doesn't have the prospector limpet, you're going to get way less resources. And yeah, the active limpet of 2 is I can have from that module here 2 limpet active at the same time. So it's a bit better for scanning. I can shoot one at a rock, shoot another one, and then one land, you scan it, the rock is not good, and take the other one is good. So it's just more convenient and a bit faster. But with the 1A, it's just gonna be as very good too, just maybe a bit longer sometime to find a good rock. Alright, the most important thing next is the balance between those kind of module, the collector limpet controller, and your cargo space. The collector limpet, the collector limpet controller, these are gonna launch bot to pick up the shard for you. You need that. There's no way you're just gonna manually pick up all the shard when you shoot at a rock. That's just like, that's torture. So basically me, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these modules. So I have at the same time 11 limpets. So this one has 2, and those 5A can have 3 at the same time, so 11. So it's nice. It's very nice to have having a army of limpet. Like I have 11 right now. It's pretty nice. Collection speed is very decent. Very good actually. But if you have too much limpet and you have almost no cargo space, it's not going to be good because you're going to collect very fast, but your cargo is going to be full very fast. So you want to balance between having a very acceptable cargo capacity and also not having a too slow collection, because if you shoot a rock and you wait forever, it's going to be slower. So there's a balance you'll need to find of how much limpet you need versus cargo to be efficient. That's depending on your ship. That's going to be mostly trial and error. So for me right now, a good balance I find for my Corvette is I have 438 ton of cargo capacity with 11 limpet. So if you try to have a similar ratio, it should be pretty good. But then again, you can do trial and error and see what's going to be good. Well, that's good for the ship setup. Oh yeah, just a little detail. As you see, I don't use a shield, because a shield is a spot for another important stuff, either cargo rack or collector limpet. So if you're new to mining and you're pretty new to the game especially, don't hesitate to bring, like, even if like the cheapest shield you can equip on your ship, the smaller ship you can equip, do it, because well, you don't want to die. But for me, no shield is better. So eventually when you get used to it, you will want to get rid of the shield and you're going to be even more effective. Alright, so what are we going to mine? There have been a lot of change in mining. For laser mining, painite mining has been very popular back then. It still is right now. But the thing is, the payout for it has gone like from back then could get like to 1 million or 900k ish per ton, and now it dropped more to 400k, and the lower it can get is like 200k. So yeah, it's less money but still pretty good. So basically what we're gonna do is doing laser mining of painite, but not only painite, we're gonna do laser mining of 2 different materials at the same time, platinum and painite. Platinum is now very similar to painite for the price, and also it's very easy to gather. Alright, before giving more details on the mining materials, we need to actually find the place where we need to go. I'm gonna call the galaxy map and show you a very popular location. This place here. By the way, I'm gonna show all the important location in the video description, of course. The Hyades Sector DB-X, D1, 11.2. Well, that's a long name. We're going to that system here. What's gonna interest us is that second planet here. Well, before we go there, me have a fleet carrier, so I don't really need to do what I'm gonna told you. It's more like a tip if you want. Let's go back to the galaxy map. So let's say like you're an XP explorer or any kind of medium ship that is decent for mining, and to reach that place, you're most likely gonna need a full scoop, and if you did it, you might also have the Guardian FSD booster. So the best course of action will just not go for whatever you are directly there, and not be fully optimized for mining. So we're still in the bubble here, we're not too far, which is pretty good, because there's system around the station. What you can do is set up all your cargo racks properly, most of your equipment properly, and then equip your full scoop and whatever else you need to jump farther. go to one of the station around, the closest possible to be like one jump away. You're gonna use that station like a base of operation. So you go there, you store your full scoop and your other module you won't need for mining, and you're gonna need also to either that system you're gonna be lucky and find like collector limpet, the stuff that you may need to fill those slots in your ship, or you just prepare in advance and you buy the stuff, start them at station, and when you reach one of the system all around here, you just transfer them to the station. So you're just gonna replace your full scope with like more collector limpet or whatever else you're missing to do the proper mining. That's gonna help you because you will have the full mining ship ready, and when you're done, if you're gonna sell somewhere else, you can just go back to that location, store a few collection limpet module, and then re-equip your full scope, and you're ready to go. So, all right. For now, I'm gonna add to the planet and continue some explanation when we reach the location. So let's do a little. Oh wait. Important thing. Very important that even sometimes myself forget, and I was about to forget. Limpet. Advanced maintenance. Well, it's my carrier, so the layout is a bit different, but the same principle and station. You go to advanced maintenance. You do some repair at the same time. You need to restock the limpet, the bots you're gonna shoot from your module. You need to buy them. They're very cheap. Usually I buy about half of my cargo, so I'll just go for exactly half my cargo. I have a pair number, so odd number I mean. So, even. What the hell am I saying? Even number. So 224. That half my cargo confirmed. It's very easy to forget. Even sometimes going to the ring, start mining, like, oh my god, I don't have my damn limpet. I need to go back. The good thing I did not forget, because that will be bad for a tutorial video. All right, let's see my location here. My course is set, so let's do a little time skip. All right, see you in a few seconds. Alright, we are getting closer to the second planet. First, let's get closer. I'm not gonna drop yet. I'm gonna actually show you everything you need to know to actually know where to drop and to see these odd spots like you do in my screen right now. Those bright orange yellow spot. Alright, that should be close enough. Let's just slow down. Okay, let's go into your fire group, and you need to make sure your detail surface scanner is assigned to a fire group. So, combat mode, analysis mode. You need to be in analysis mode, so right now I assigned it to the secondary button, so I press my secondary button. And you're gonna shoot a probe with that thing to scan the ring. I'm shooting in the ring. Wait for it, you're gonna hit the ring, and you're gonna scan the ring. And it does nothing because I already scanned it. But for you, you're gonna see all the odd spots. So, why are we coming here? Well, this is a pretty known spot. Let's call the system map in that system. As you see, these are all players. Well, fleet carrier. And they're all around too. This is a very popular mining spot. Why you want to go to a popular mining spot like that, so especially if you don't have a fleet carrier. The thing is, for you it might be a long way. Example, you do the mining thing, your hull is full, your cargo hold is full. So what you're gonna do next? Let's say I'm gonna show you everything later, how to look where the best price are. But if you like the best price and there's nothing really available for a good selling price to make a lot of profit, and also that place is very far, it's going to be very annoying to make profit. So with a lot of fleet carrier around, sometimes some of them are buying the materials for a decent price. So for example, let's say the best selling price is like 300k per rock, and is very far away, and you have a carrier just next to the ring that is selling like for 200k or maybe 225k. So you need to do the math in your head, what's going to be way faster and more profitable, saying to that fleet carrier or going all the way back and come back after. To me it seems like a no-brainer that if the price are too low, or if the price is decent, it's way too far for you and there's no way for you to catch a lift for any fleet carrier, selling to the fleet carrier might actually be a way faster option. So that's mainly my main reason to come here and to recommend this place. So let's talk about the platinum and the painite mining. Before the nerf, people doing laser mining often will do painite mining. So you see here there's two painite hotspots overlapping together, the two circles touching each other. Before the nerf, people were mostly doing painite or low temperature diamond. So having a dual hotspot like that was pretty amazing. But now painite's price is lower, and also the overlapping hotspot is less efficient. Before it was very efficient, but now it still it's still better than the single hotspot, but it's not quite as good as before. So let's think about it. Painite price went down, and now platinum is more or less the same as painite. So in here we have platinum and the painite hotspot. They're not the same material, so the overlap is gonna be good because you're gonna get a good amount of painite and a good amount of platinum. They're both the same price. It's almost like you have two painite hotspot together, but doing the double amount. So the only bad thing about that is finding having two material to sell. So you're gonna look to sell two things which might be selling far away. So then again, fleet carrier, or actually it's not that bad because if the painite price is terrible, there's a chance that the platinum price is pretty good, so you can just go to the platinum place and sell it, and then check later to sell the rest of your car gold. Alright, so let's go in. As you see, the platinum circle is way better than way bigger than the painite hotspot. So if we drop directly in between, it's still gonna work, but I think it's gonna be a bit far from the painite hotspot. So I'm gonna add a bit closer to the painite hotspot than the platinum because the platinum is way bigger. So I'm gonna just making sure that I'm in both hotspots, technically. So what you need to do to drop in the ring is just get closer and close enough until the game throw you out of Super Cruise. So right, platinum, painite, that should be a good place. Slowing down, just slowing down. You don't need to drop with the G letter, I mean the J letter. You just slowly get closer to the ring. There you go. Alright, let's get closer to the ring. And also I'm gonna face the planet. The planet should be your target. There it is. We're gonna explain that little detail, just a little detail to make you to make your life easier, let's say. Alright, as you see, there's 2 NPC ship on me. Because we're still in the bubble, we're not too far away, and there's gonna be NPC ship when you drop into a ring. It's not gonna be a problem because they're pirate, but you don't have anything in your cargo other than limpet, so the first time you go in, they're gonna try to scan you, and then they're gonna go away and leave you alone. So if you disconnect, and you have stuff in your hold, you may just want to bail, especially if you don't have any weapon. Alright, so I think they all scanned me. So before we start, let's check here. You need to assign your fire group. I'm set up right now. Is one of my group have all my mining laser, and the other group is the collector limpet. And when I switch group, I can use a prospector limpet. So right now, I'm in the group of the prospector limpet. So it's gonna just shoot in a straight line. So let's just scan that rock in front of me. Primary fire button, and you see it go away. I'm gonna target it and go closer. I have 2 limpets, so let's scan another rock at the same time. There we go. If I shoot the 3rd limpet, the first one is just gonna blow up. That's a good start. 57.7% platinum, that's pretty good. And that's pretty good too, a perfect mix. Painite and platinum, no complaint. So I'm gonna do a few rocks in the video just to show you how to be efficient and exactly what else to do because what I mean is when you're gonna shoot the rock with the laser, it might drop more stuff. Like you see here, it's gonna also drop gold. What you don't need gold. All you need to gather is platinum and painite, nothing else. So before I open my cargo hold or just release all my controller limpet, I'm just gonna shoot my mining laser for a little bit, and you're gonna find out why. A little bit closer, going too far. Don't forget, full tip to weapon. I'm shooting. This is also the location I shoot the rock. I'm getting rather close and shooting it like at the edge down here. I'm like at the edge of the rock, and the material will go downward. It's just gonna make it easier for limpet to collect. Now, let's look at the contact list. You have shards of everything. And I want to see shard. There's no shard of gold. Let's shoot it again. Oh, actually, I'm kind of dumb. That's the one who has the gold. I've targeted the wrong. Let's target the good one. So now the rock is depleted. Well, let's get a limpet out. Let's not waste all these material. So, pressing the home key to open my cargo scoop. And then releasing all the limpet. So just spam the button until they all go out. It's really nice to have an army of limpet. Alright. So the thing I was talking to you about is if the first rock you do have other material than what you need, the only reason you don't shoot the limpet yet is just give you a chance to put stuff on the ignore list. Because here, for example, these are only platinum fragment. I can just select them and you see add platinum to ignore list. Of course I don't want to do that, but you will have to do that for any other material that is not painite or platinum, because it's gonna clog your refinery and also take possibly more inventory space. You see, mine have a lot of space, not that bad. Apparently I'll also allow osmium, but hey, why not? So if you only have like 4-bin refinery, if you don't put stuff on your NOR, it's gonna be a mess in there. Right, let's do another rock. Yeah. Those big rocks that are spinning in a weird way, I try to avoid usually. But I'm gonna do it because you're gonna do how to mess with them. Okay, I'm in a good position actually, I think. Because you don't want to be in a spot where the rock gonna hit you. And also you want to make sure that your stupid limpet doesn't kill themselves. So that's what I'm gonna do here. You see I'm shooting at the edge of the rock. So I'm trying to make sure that the shards are going away from the rock. And since this rock has gold, what you want to do is go into contact, and you see gold here. Well, for me, say remove from ignore list, but for you it might be add to ignore list, and you might want to do that. Alright. Let's shoot the edge. The material are jetting away from the rock, which is good, because your limpet will easily kill themselves. Rock is depleted. Let's do another one before we do a little time skip and show you where to find the best place to sell. So you see that big round rock over there, or this small one here? These are the best rock because the rounder they are, and the less they're like rotating, the better. Because you don't need like to find the perfect spot on the edge and everything. Right. Well, I have another limpet, so why not use them? So you see, that's why it's faster, because you can do two things at the same time. That rock is not very good. 11? Nah, no way. I know my collector has not finished collecting yet, but I'm just doing that to show you. To do the next rock faster. Platinum 13? Well, if I'm desperate I might go, but I'll just scan other rocks. One other tips though, you may have noticed earlier I talked about targeting the planet. Because if you're mining and you just random rock and random direction, you may actually turn in circle eventually. That's bound to happen. One thing to do is always head toward the location of the planet here, the direction of the planet. So I'm sure I'm not running in circle ever. And usually we'll find a lot of rock, but sometimes you're just a bit unlucky. So maybe this one's gonna be good. I'm gonna show you the best way to collect. Well, 31 is very acceptable. It's acceptable. So the fastest way for a collection limpet to do their job is, well, the cargo hold is under your ship. So if you help your limpet, it's gonna help a lot. I'm getting very close. Okay, I'm very close to the rock. I'm shooting at the bottom of the rock like that. By being very close to the rock and shooting the bottom, you see it's all ejecting in a perfect line under my ship. So you can see on the bottom left, the remaining is gonna be to 0. So being very close and shooting that way, ejecting down your ship. You can hear my limpet, they're very efficient, that's like, they're just not stopping. And you see how fast that went? So that's perfect. Let's look around the contact list. Not interesting, good. Of course, you always check to see if you need to add more material to the ignore list. Alright, so now let's assume your cargo hold is full and you want to look for the best place to sell. There's a website for that and I'm gonna show you. First, just by messing around, not being serious and efficient, let's see how much I got already. Inventory. Well, not bad. 32 platinum and 4, so if you start and you're serious and be efficient, like 2 limpet scan close to the rock and make your limpet efficient to gather and put all the material you don't need in your list. Depending on your luck, it's gonna be, it can be pretty fast. So I can fill my ult in about an hour, maybe less, maybe more. It depends already. It depends on luck and on how many good rocks you find. Right, I'm gonna switch to my desktop and show you how to find the best prices. Alright, website eddb.io. So if you're not sure, just like Google search eddb, that, and it's gonna be most likely the first choice here. There we go, eddb, Integrated Database. Here's other site, but eddb is a pretty good one. Where we're gonna go is commodities. There you have the commodities button. And you need to find the material. Alright, I'm gonna press F3 and look for, let's say, painite. Alright, there we go. You can read it off here, but let's go into more detail. So at the moment, what is available? What data is available? So you have the station, the system, the maximum sell price for you to make profit, and the demand. So right now, it's not very good. So if you go to the bond hub here, the best selling price is about 250. The demand is pretty low. And it's only medium path, so for me it's not good. So the thing is, even if it was like 250k, that will be pretty bad because the demand is very low. So a lot of people are gonna jump on the station, and well, when you reach that place, it's not gonna be good. And also on the right here, you can see the time. That was updated 9 hours ago, so it's very unreliable. So example, this one is updated 1 minute ago. Even though the price is not great, it's pretty sure it's still gonna have something. So usually the demand can be very high or very low. So if you have a very good price like 200k and more, and it's like 11,000, it was updated like 10 minutes ago, well, you can have a shot at it. Real fast, I'm gonna go back and check the platinum price. Platinum, there we go. Which I think is a bit better. Oh yeah. So that stationary, that system, a large pad updated 2 minutes ago. The demand is kinda high. The sell price is actually pretty decent, so that will be a very decent choice right now. It can get higher, but sometimes, you want your money now. Or, if the demand was lower, if you were worried you might not have time to, this other one here, the price is almost the same, but the demand is way higher, so it's still a lot of chance that when you arrive there, the station is going to still buy from you. So that's basically it. So usually it can get up to 400k-ish, maybe a bit more. And when it get under 300k, it's getting kind of bad. So that's your choice here. If you don't have fleet carrier, you find the station at the best sell price, or you prefer speed and you just sell everything to a fleet carrier. So it's up to you to judge if the extra time wasted for travel at a higher price is better than a cheaper price but more efficient mining. Alright, so I do hope this guide was useful, and see you out there. Thanks for watching.